I'm letting y'all know right now I'm angry while I record this video, which is probably not the wisest thing to do, but I can't take this anymore. This video is for any American black male or woman who likes to consistently say that all black men or all black women are nothing but garbage. Speak for yourself. Now I can admit, I don't go out of my way to watch these videos, but I purposely watched the videos before I started making this video because I was just thinking to myself, it can't be as bad as what people are making it out to be. But I'm tired of men and I'm tired of women constantly bashing each other over the internet, because that's all the place I see it is on the internet, talking about how worthless they are to each other. Especially when I hear certain people say certain things. So I'm just saying, stop speaking for me. Let me speak for myself. When I hear black men say that, oh man, we don't want to deal with black women because they're always wearing weaves and got all these tattoos and they ratchet, speak for yourself, because I don't know where you guys are going, but I don't run into those type of women on a daily basis. And it's like, and for black women to say, oh, these black men, they're just all about sex and all they want is these hood rats and girls with this, that. Speak for yourself, because that's not the type of women that I went after, and that's not the type of woman that my wife is. I'm tired of hearing these people run off at the mouth because they're being ignorant, they're bitter, they're angry, and they feel like it's an authority to speak for everybody. Now, I will say this. If you are a person that when you make your videos and you say all of the black men or black women that I personally dealt with or my friends have dealt with have been in this category, okay. Because I can't argue with your personal experience. What you personally experience is what you personally experience. But stop putting all of us in the box like all of us are dealing with the same type of people. Because that's the problem. It's not the race that's the issue. It's the types of people that y'all are dealing with. If you keep doing all this garbage or allowing people to do this garbage to you, these people won't ever go away. Early on in my life, yes, I met girls that only were trying to date me just for money, that I know that if we were in this day and age, she would try to put me down as just a food contact. Or I've dealt with females that I know were ratchet or hood or just didn't want to do anything with their lives. But you know what? I didn't mess with them. Yes, if I see one, I will speak to them, but that's not who I'm going to lay down with or marry or want to take home and meet my family. But if I know that's not what I'm into and that's not what I like, I just don't deal with them at all. That's the problem with some of these folks. You're dealing with people, and hear this clearly. You're dealing with types of people that you have no business being involved with, especially if you know the type of person that you are and that you need to be. But the problem is so many of us are just always out here trying to use each other for something that we get caught up in situations where now we're bringing in children into terrible situations or bringing them into situations where they're going to end up repeating the process. Now, I don't have all the answers, and I'm not saying this video is to provide the answers. I'm just sick of knowing that there are people who go out of their way to bash other people and put everybody in this box that they're just worthless. I know that all black women are not garbage, and I know that all black men are not garbage. So for the people who keep saying all of us are like that, keep your mouth shut and speak for yourself. If all you've ever dealt with in your life is losers, that's your fault. That's not my fault. I'm tired of either being punished or seeing people who I care about and know being punished for the mistakes of others, because people aren't mature enough to come out and just say, man, I messed up by dating these types of men or dating these types of women. Maybe I need to change my perspective, my environment, and meet people who are actually about something. And the reason why I say types of people, because not all of the bad people are hood rats and thugs. You have some very educated people that are just the biggest buttholes too, but nobody wants to acknowledge that. For some reason, y'all have in y'all mind that if I go with somebody who has, you know, money, all these degrees, and drives a certain type of car, lives in a certain type of neighborhood, some of them are worse than those you can find in the hood, because it's this whole certain mentality that comes behind it. But I'm saying all this to say, speak for yourself. Unless you hear the words come out of my mouth that all black men are no good, all black women are no good, or they all do this and make all these generalizations. Because don't get me wrong, I know some of the stereotypes are true, because I personally know a woman like that. That every negative stereotype you could think of for a black woman, she hit it. But she was not the majority. She's the minority. And guess what? I would never mess with, I can say that. I know they say never. I would never mess with a woman like her, because I know that's not somebody who I would want to be involved with and would cause me more problems than anything else. When you people And I'm saying you people, start taking accountability for your actions and for your behaviors and who you were dealing with. You will not see anything different. Because what blows my mind is when I see people who decide, you know what? I'm tired of black men. I'm tired of black women. I'm going to go get me another race or ethnicity of person. That individual changes their mindset. They change their attitude, and they change the type of person that they date. And then you'll say, oh, this person is better. It's not that the person changed, you did. You finally matured then thought to yourself, well, I got to make sure that if I'm going to date somebody who's of a different race, I got to make sure they actually act a different way too. Duh, of course it's going to be better in that situation. But what also blows my mind, you have some people that they will date outside their race and will put up with more garbage than what they would put up with if they were dating somebody of their own race. Now, granted, this is not a video against interracial relationships. If you find love in whatever color you find it in, because you know the saying, love doesn't have a color. But if you do fall in love with somebody, you become friends, you start dating, you fall in love, get married, have a family, and it just blossoms naturally. I have no issues with you. The people who I have an issue with is you're saying, I must go date this other race because they're a better option. Even though the person who's making that statement was garbage themselves or was just in a bad place and they didn't grow up yet. You know, they thought that just because they had their own place, a car, and a job, that makes you mature and a grown up. You're basing a generalization only on your experience alone. So I'm going to end my video by saying this. To every black man and black woman who has a problem with me just because of the color of my skin, who thinks that I have a certain type of behavior or attitude just because of the color of my skin and where I'm from, speak for yourself. Until you have either been in a relationship with me and my wife, dated me and my wife, or even know us personally, speak for yourself. You don't know me. And until you meet me or you ask me and we actually have a certain type of conversation, stop making these generalizations about people. Because all you're doing is you're continually showing your ignorance, you're showing your bitterness, and you're showing your anger. Just because, or you're just trying to get views on YouTube because for some reason when somebody says something positive, nobody wants to hear what they have to say. But when somebody says something negative, then all of a sudden they're getting like 13 to 15,000 views. They might be getting almost as many dislikes, but they're getting all these views because misery loves company. So that's it. I'm done with this. Is the only video I'm going to make about this topic unless somebody like directly address me and want me to respond. But outside of that, that's all I'm going to say is that I'm tired of the generalizations. But the reason why I didn't make this video sooner is because those who are happy living in whatever relationship that they're living in this case, me as a black man married to a black woman in America, and we are happy, there's no point of wasting this much time and this much energy making this type of video to tell you that I'm happy in my marriage and my relationship, just because there are more people who are bitter and not happy in their relationship making a whole bunch of, hate videos towards and about one another when they're actually just angry at themselves. Now, you could tell me I'm wrong, but that's your opinion, just like I'm sharing mine. What you're living in your reality and how you may feel angry is your reality. I feel the exact opposite because not only am I happily married, but I also know others as well, speaking of which, my in-laws who've been married for 53 years, that it's out there. Black love is out there, is striving, is doing well. It's just that because some people have this mindset that just being in love is more important than who I decide to be in love with, is getting a lot of people hurt and getting them in this situation right now. At the end of the day, you are going to do whatever it is that you want to do because that's what human beings doing. Just stop speaking for me. Let me speak for myself. So this is me speaking for myself. To all the ladies in the United States of America and around the world, I love all y'all. I might not like all of y'all, but I love all of y'all. Especially to my women of African descent. I love y'all. To me, your outward appearance isn't as important to me as your inward appearance. As long as you love who you are and take pride in who you are, always know that a man like me will always have love for you. Point blank, period. Outside of that, all this basis, you ain't gonna get no hate from me. So until you hear it come out of my mouth, don't let all these other jokers speak for me. But that's all I have for now. I actually feel a little bit better instead of talking a hole in my wife's head about this. So as always, be wise. And until I see you guys next time, have a great day.